dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yup, what's good, original crew, man? We're back. We finally got some more 90 Day Fiance.
I didn't do it right, but yeah.
Yeah, you do it right. But we got Patrick and John, a disastrous dynamic duo. You know who Patrick and John is?
I have no clue.
I have no clue either. Hey, we was trying to do the reunion one. When we was getting ready to do it, we saw that he deleted it. We don't know why, maybe due to copyrights and stuff. So, hey, that's not our fault. We wanted to give it to y'all. We're not going to give y'all stuff that we can possibly get clap from. We actually got one rolling off. Today, I got to do the what's called. As we recording this today, we got one that's falling off. We got to do the school. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, we got to do the school so we can get that up off the channel. But, hey, man, before we get into it, make sure you check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go if you want to first support. All you have to do is check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's visuals,
lock it in with a thumbs up.
We're highly appreciated. But let's dive into it, y'all. Let's check it out. Let's see what's about. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's get it. My bad, y'all. My bad. There we go. I am sorry. I am so sorry. Let's take this back. Let's go. Game face. Let's go.
Welcome back to the tell-all. When we left off, it seems like everybody was making progress. We had a lot of productive conversations. Also, if you're wondering what happened to my last video, unfortunately it got blocked. I guess Discovery wasn't a huge fan of the extra 5 seconds of Gino's face. I knew I was kind of pushing it with that one, but I will do my best to either get the video back up or I may have to re-edit and re-upload it. But until further notice, it'll just be on Patreon. I just want to apologize for the inconvenience and for anyone who didn't get a chance to see it. Anyway, today
So just know, whenever he is able to put it back up, we'll be able to put it back up.
We'll be able to
react to it and chill and watch it with y'all.
We're going to start off by talking about Patrick and Thais. It seems as though Patrick is having a very Jovi-esque dilemma. Do you remember after Jovi's wife Yara gave birth and she was alone and stressed out and exhausted and he was like, your boobs are small now?
You know, in reality, her boobs don't look great. They've, Mila breastfed for so long, it's inevitable what's going to happen with that. I can see how there's room for improvement there.
There's room for improvement there? Can you imagine talking like that about your wife's body? Why is he talking about her like he's a coach in a post-game press conference and they just lost the first 2 games of the season? It's been a tough few weeks, you know, and in reality, they're not looking so great right now. We got a lot of work to do, there's a lot of room for improvement, and we got a long season ahead of us. Patrick may be a separate person from Jovi, and he may have a dramatically different shaped head from Jovi, but don't get it wrong. They are very much the same in spirit. It's like as soon as their wives even mentioned the idea of getting breast surgery, they just became giddy with excitement over the thought of projecting all of their fantasies onto them. Forgetting that some women just get it done for their own comfort and confidence and really nothing else. Jovi wanted his wife to look more like a stripper, and Patrick wanted his wife to look like Demi Moore in Striptease.
So Patrick, what size did you tell her to get?
Big.
I just didn't want him. I didn't want him.
Actually, he
no,
showed
I
me
didn't
a
want
movie.
him smaller.
You showed me a movie.
Oh my gosh!
Like the girl doesn't have any shirt.
Isn't that crazy? He didn't just show her a picture of what he wants her to look like. He made her watch a whole movie. As if
What type of movie? Are we talking about Hulu, Netflix? We talking about AMC? Or we talking about Backpage?
That's wild. You know about Backpage.
You know more about Backpage than I do. You know some people that been on Backpage.
I mean, that's the only reason. I've never been on there.
I don't even know
someone that used to go on there to hook up with people.
I don't even know what it looked like. So, or the type of movies you get on them little stores on the side of the road. You know what I'm talking about? Back home. They got one back home. Have you ever seen that one? You have. You might not have. It's one literally like, because I grew up always seeing it's literally it's between my town and Jackson, and it's one like right off the interstate. It's a little building off the interstate, and it just always got the XXX signs.
Like going the back, like
going towards, like for you, if y'all came through and you go to Memphis, It'll be on the right
I've
side.
never seen it.
Might-
I never paid attention. And
might have
please,
to-
you don't have to show me.
I'm saying, yes, I'm saying we
No,
ever.
you don't. You said yes, I do. You don't.
I'm be like that's it right there. It's been there my whole life.
You want to go inside?
No, I ain't never been inside. Bro, you can go to Spencer's and check that out. Why don't I need to go
They be having a little bit more. I've been in one before.
Oh, you have, huh? So you know what type. Oh!
I've been in one before with my sister. One time we was
What your sister freaking tell?
Listen, one time she had picked me up from college. The first college I went to, she had picked me up, and they have like some sitting like off, like
And
off
they be
the
random
road. It's just
off.
random, like in the middle of nowhere. And
Hold on, was there a truck stop nearby?
I can't. Probably
I feel
so.
like they
Maybe
be putting
so.
around
Maybe
the truck
so.
stops. You know,
And we
them
went
little-
in there, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" It was such a shock. I was like, "Oh my
This is
goodness!"
it. You want to? I know how your sister
Yeah,
is.
she was like, "She said you want some?" I said, "Girl, no, what am I doing with this?"
Let me go show you some.
As if that's necessary to like get the whole idea or something. Did he make her take notes as well? It sounds like she was getting the surgery for her own reasons and just wanted Patrick to be supportive, but he saw this as an opportunity. He told her to stay put, he dug up his VCR, and he popped in one of the worst movies to come out of the 90s, and that's saying a lot. So next they talk about the fact that Patrick wants more kids, but Thais isn't entirely sure if she does, especially not at the moment. But then it's revealed that Patrick doesn't necessarily want to have more kids, he just wanted to have kids until he has a son, and their first child was a girl.
I mean, I know she's not ready to have kids now, but I mean, I want to have more kids
How many more do you want to have?
until we have a boy. So if it's just,
Wow.
so if there's one, that's fine. But
I have a feeling that just because he said that now, he's only gonna have daughters. No living vicariously.
I'll just say it out loud. See,
I gotta say that's what happened with such and such. They wanted.
Yeah, they want to.
And then
It
they
just kept having, kept having.
and
I
all
said,
them boys. And I'm like,
damn.
bro.
Yeah, they got straight boys and just wanted, can't have one. Damn.
I'm like, baby,
You
them-
just stuck. But you know, nowadays you go to the doctor and be like, "Hey, I want a gender specified child." People have done that before. But it's just
I
not.
don't know what. I don't know how that works, but yeah.
I've seen people literally go to the doctor and be like, "Hey, we would prefer to have a boy." Is there? And the doctors have helped people have the gender specified child they want. But it seems like once you get that gender specified, you keep having them with that gender.
I don't know.
Vicariously through your son at his Little League games for you, Patrick. I don't know if Patrick ever had the makings of a varsity athlete. I wonder if Patrick knows what it's like to feel the epic highs and lows of high school football. Patrick seems like the type of guy that would try to teach his son and his friends how to play football, but he would just sprain his ankle right away and then grab a beer to use as an ice pack and then just go pass out under a tree.
I don't mind taking our time for another kid. A little bit of time.
What are you talking about? You talk about kids every day.
You feel pressured by that?
Yes, of course.
You feel pressured, huh? You feel pressured that I talk about it every single day? Did you also feel pressured when I made you watch Invincible with Mark Wahlberg and I said, if that's not our son, I'm giving up on life? Look, if I was the one who could get pregnant, and maybe if it didn't take as long, like a few months or a week or something, and if I...
Laughing out, see? What you
No,
laughing
because
at?
I want these people to, be able to hear what he's saying, child.
What you finna say?
I'm about to say a thing.
What you laughing at there?
Your crazy self.
I'll just be looking at stuff.
You are crazy.
I was the one who could get pregnant, and maybe if it didn't take as long, like a few months or a week or something, and if I could also drink beer at the same time without it affecting the baby, or if it wasn't as painful or stressful and I didn't have to gain any weight, then I would do it myself.
Did you guys have this conversation when you guys met?
Yeah, we've
talking
always
about
yeah.
kids, about how many kids y'all want.
100%. I've always said I wanted more
Okay,
than one.
so what I said? How
You
many
said that
kids I
you'd have
said? I
two.
didn't say, no. I said 2? Are you
She
crazy?
look disgusting.
I don't know.
She said, you
I
crazy?
don't know what she's talking about now.
Once again, nobody talks about anything. They're
She
clearly
look
committed to each
disgusting.
other
She
because
said
they
two?
already have a child and they're married. But if it's
Can
so
I say
important
that
for
shit?
Patrick to have multiple children or to have a son, then how could they not talk about this before? Because obviously the decision ultimately comes down to what she wants, and I'm sure Patrick will get resentful over time.
That's the reason why people do have these conversations before they get married. You know,
And still
And
can't
really-
agree, and still can't agree upon nothing.
but I'm saying, but really have these conversations before you get married, as far as like, hey, what would be the comfortability of raising kids? Like, what is the aspect? Now, I will say, you got to think long term and not just short term, right?
Right.
That's the reason why I do understand when people be like, I'm just having one kid and that's all. But when y'all get older and y'all do need help and assistance, or y'all like think about the responsibilities that y'all gonna have to put on that one child. Now,
So
when you got multiple kids and they can,
Yeah.
like even though I know your mom took majority care of your grandmother, but having those options to be able to, but also sometimes the parent be like, who I'm most comfortable with, and now they got the options of choosing.
True.
But also, I feel like if your mom had more of her siblings that were still around, those ones that unfortunately had passed away probably would have stepped up more too. So you get what I mean? When you got way more kids, you got more options, especially with parental care when they get
she
down.
She did have options.
Yeah, she still had a lot of options.
Even with the ones that
But I'm
passed,
saying, unfortunately, the ones that passed, I feel like they would have.
Well, most definitely.
Those most definitely would have been the ones that said, okay,
Yeah.
If he doesn't have a son.
Imagine me taking care of 2 kids, or even 3, whatever, and you traveling to work.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. I have to find time to spend with them too. I can't just do whatever I want. I was kind of thinking
that
maybe
you
could just take care of them for the most part, and I could do the fun stuff with them, like coaching their little league. I feel like I would fit right in as that little league coach that gets way too competitive.
He
all
always
the other
on a
parents
roll.
are
She
slightly
like,
concerned when their child ends up on my team. They all know that it's not just Sprite in the bottle I'm holding, and they're desperately hoping that things remain wholesome.
I kind of travel a lot for work. I can work in Vegas, but I choose to work in other markets just because it's a little easier.
So then it's revealed that Thais tracks his phone while he's traveling for work.
Well, why not just live where you work? If you like work, say for instance, you working on the East Coast, but you prefer to live in Vegas.
Hop different places.
But he said
he prefers to work in Vegas.
No, he prefers to live. He said I can. He said I can work in Vegas for working other markets
because it's easier.
So why not just live in those markets that you're choosing to work in? Like if it's East Coast, why not try to find something closer to home?
Yeah.
So if you're working out there and you can have the flexibility, or do you even have the flexibility to live in other locations? Because say for instance, what if the job is based out of Vegas, and so you got to live, but they work. You know what I'm saying? Kind of how your job was. It was based here, but y'all work with other places all over the place.
Well, it was. Yeah, ours was based here.
Yeah, based here. But y'all dealt with people all over the place. Kind of how my job was.
Yeah.
It was based out of Nashville, but they have other centers all over the U.S. and we dealt with everyone. And I was working from home, so I really could have went anywhere.
Oh, you talking about that one?
Yeah. I'm talking about that one.
Oh.
So I'm like, you got to, because you fail to a lot. I think a lot of men fail to realize that too. It's like, okay, I make a lot of money because I hate the old I'm traditional, but times aren't traditional anymore. So you gotta like, even though I want the same kind of my grandparents, my great grandparents. All right, go live in those times then. Go live in them wooden shacks and go live in that struggle life. They struggled. Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
No, I got you.
But because you hear everybody always saying, I want my, like women, I want to be a stay-at-home mom. I don't want to have to do it. I want him to be able to provide, but I do want him to help with the kids. But then he like, hey, I want to,
everybody dynamic is different. That's why I just stay in my lane.
Which is true.
And worry about my own marriage.
Which is true, but at the same,
some men are okay with that. So just focus on self. I don't get into.
I'll say this in their situation. If he is working, he is being a breadwinner provider. It is hard raising a child, but you also have to understand where he's coming from. And vice versa with her. Unless her pregnancy was a horrible experience to the point where it was like a medical horrible experience where, then I'll be like, hey, we're going to take it as safe as possible. But you do got to think about other things and not just about self.
But true. But also, I'm not about to sit up here and have 6-7 kids until you get a boy.
Now that's a hell no.
6-7 kids, the rest of them girls. I'm not putting my body through that. Some people are okay with that. They want multiple kids. They want 8-9 kids. That's cool.
How many your grandma had?
11.
Too many.
My maternal grandmother had 11, and then my paternal.
How many? She got
7.
about. I'm about to say she had about the same amount. No, my grandma. How many my grandma got? Can you even count? You mad at everybody?
Hold on. Six?
So, hold on. She got 2 girls. She only got 2 girls.
Yeah, I counted the 2 girls.
My dad.
Yeah.
My uncle that's always around.
Yeah.
My other uncle.
Yeah.
That be around all the time. So that's 5. 7? It's either 7 or 8 of them.
So I
had to write their names down.
See.
It's 7 or 8.
It don't matter, Chad. What am I sitting up? Okay.
The one locked up. The one in Memphis. The one that's Mason. The one you like, how you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then my 2 aunties. And then my dad, my uncle, same name.
Yeah.
And then the one that just got out of jail.
What's his name?
David. Petty charge.
So 7.
So it's just 7?
Yeah.
Okay.
I counted 6. So I think I forgot the one that already.
Always locked up.
No, I counted him. I didn't count the other one.
Oh, that's the only one you haven't met too.
That's the other one I didn't meet, but I counted him.
I said you haven't met at all.
Yeah.
So it sounds like there's not a whole lot of trust in their relationship. He did cheat on her before, so it's not like she.
Also, she. I'm
He
just gonna
cheated
say.
on her.
Also, she raised another one, but it was
Okay. Well, we ain't. Yeah.
He wasn't her, but he passed away a long time ago.
Oh, okay. He cheated on her?
Yeah, I heard
You
that.
think I want?
Work, so it sounds like there's not a whole lot of trust in their relationship. He did cheat on her before, so it's not like she doesn't have her reasons, but at this point in their relationship, if they're married and they have a child and they're still having problems like that, I don't think it's a good sign. And this could just be me overthinking things, but Patrick seems like an apathetic guy, like he just doesn't care that much about things. This seems to become even more true when his brother and Thais are getting into a huge argument and Patrick is just sitting there with a blank expression.
One person who is never afraid to voice their opinion about Patrick and Thais' marriage is Patrick's brother, John.
Oh, here we go.
Let's bring him out. Now, please welcome John. Hey, John. How are things going in San Antonio?
They're going good, you know?
He's acting like he's on a talk show and not here to Thais and John have had a difficult history. They've never really gotten along well at all. And it seems like she and all of her friends believe that John is a bad influence on Patrick, mainly because Patrick cheated early on in their relationship, but he's gone back and forth on whether or not he considers it to be cheating because he's trying to claim that they weren't in a relationship at the time, which I don't think is true.
Now, are you also traveling with your brother for work?
I'm in Miami working, but I kind of told Megan, I said it was Florida because I didn't want her thinking it was Miami and I was, going to be partying because I was...
Wow, so that just goes to show where...
So, based out of Vegas, but always working in Florida, Miami. You cheating, bro. Miami, you're cheating, bro.
It's easier. What you mean it's easier?
No, I'll say this. The cost of living is probably totally different. It's probably totally different. But you can be somewhere in Florida and just have to go to Miami. In that reason. You get what I mean?
But I'll be darned, you about to sit up here and have me having all these kids, so you have a boy, and then you out work. I get it, you gotta work. You know what I'm saying? But you partying, and you possibly cheating on me.
In Miami.
Do you know how? Look, I don't get down with that. Like, I understand, like, if you were, being faithful, whatever, you gotta work, your job, whatever, cool. Like, good. But not the other stuff, man.
That's crazy. He wilding and with his brother.
Y'all
where
slow.
he's at in his relationship. He's afraid to tell his girlfriend that he's going to Miami. How is just saying Florida better? Isn't she going to ask where you are in Florida? Imagine being 40 years old and you're still worried to tell your girlfriend that you're going to Miami because she thinks you're going to party too hard. You can't let John loose in Miami. You have no idea what may happen.
But she figured it out. You know, location got me too, brother. We're all location. Everybody's got
Location got me too, brother.
She probably just saw his little Snapchat avatar going from strip club to strip club in Miami. So next, they show a flashback from earlier in the season when Patrick and John met up with Thais and her friends. John gets very offended when they accuse him of being a bad influence on Patrick, so he calls her friend a slut in Portuguese, which is one of the only words he learned. Like, he actually prepared that sentence just in case he might need it. That was something he learned above all else when traveling to a foreign country. Gino did the same thing, remember? Jasmine found his little Spanish book, and the only word he had written down and translated was bitches. That was his trusty little Spanish dictionary that he carried with him everywhere.
That's the only words you know in
Mas
Spanish.
teve episódio que você beijou uma mulher lá, estando no relacionamento com ela.
Isso fala errado, porque nós não estamos em relacionamento quando isso aconteceu.
This is all a bit confusing to me. I don't understand how her friend heard the wrong story. Like, wouldn't she only have heard that from Thais, who was right there, and she's not correcting either of them? From what I remember, it was early on in their relationship, but I can't remember if it was before he met her or after he met her one time, so I don't know what they defined themselves as. As far as I knew, though, they were in a relationship. And I guess Patrick kissed another woman, and according to him, he would have done more if he wasn't so drunk that it made him physically incapable of doing so.
Oh, you that drunk? You can't. Wow, that's.
Kiss somebody else.
They wildin', bruh.
John é uma má influência para você em questão de fidelidade.
No. We're not cheaters in our family.
Look at Patrick's head in the corner. I cannot read this guy's expressions. What is this face right here? I find it pretty funny that they think John is a bad influence on Patrick and that he had something to do with Patrick making the decision as a grown man to cheat on somebody. I'm sure John would encourage things like that, but Patrick is very much on the same level. These two are partners in crime.
John, meu irmão. That's okay.
Ele levou um monte de mulher. Ele levou um monte de mulher pra sua casa.
I like how you could just hear John yelling at her in the background. Like, I don't think he has any idea what she's actually saying. He's just yelling. Her friend wasted no time in going after John. She wasn't really here to listen to him at all or to hear them out. Maybe she just felt more comfortable saying whatever she wanted right away just because she thought John couldn't understand her. But little does she know that John is fluent in every language.
É o típico.
Você quer get?
Oh, I'm assuming he didn't mean to call.
But that's how you know that's the only thing he said. He said it with passion.
He said it with passion, facts.
Every language.
He like me with Spanish.
Você quer get?
Oh, I'm assuming he didn't mean to call her a slut.
And the chick, she just looked depressed by everybody.
She
like,
over everything.
She like, my friend here, she being a bitch. This nigga being a dick. And this motherfucker ain't shit. She like, Lord Jesus, man.
Because it doesn't really make any sense in that context. He should have studied up like Gino. Then he'd know how to say bitches.
Maybe I went a little overboard. But you know what? This girl came all of a sudden and said, I'm a bad influence on my brother. Hell no. You must go down, bitch.
This dude is a cartoon.
Is he talking about her? Oh, the friend. Talking about that.
Why no Nick Ed talking about Did you see him say?
You must
Look
go
at
down,
him.
bitch.
This dude is a
Oh my
cartoon character.
God.
It's like somebody yanked him directly out of Family Guy or something. While I do agree that she was the first one to escalate that conversation, I don't think the appropriate response is, you must go down, bitch. John seems like the kind of guy who would yell at somebody for talking shit about his family, and it's just some guy across the bar minding his own business, eating pizza, and John just takes offense to the fact that that pizza is not on the floor.
Look the way that he talks.
So what? I'm honest.
Calling a woman a bitch.
Look, if the shoe fits, if you're a bitch, you're a bitch.
Oh my god. I mean, at least he's honest. I don't know. I think everybody knows what they're getting with John at this point. point. He's a pretty simple guy. I'm not sure I need to evaluate much more. I don't think it's right for him to call her that, but she was also immediately saying that he's an asshole when she first met him. She knew nothing about him other than what Thais told her.
I feel bad because Thais, you might have triggered this. Your friend never met John, didn't know anything about John. She only said the things that you fed her with.
I think Kobe makes a pretty good point here. It would be one thing if her friend just had questions or if she had her guard up, but she was definitely jumping to conclusions based on what Thais told her.
That
and I
is
understand
true.
she's going to trust her friend, but that's why it's best to just be cautious and ask questions and wait for the person to demonstrate that they are a bad influence if they are indeed a bad influence. I mean, come on, Patrick's a big boy. He can take care of him. He's an adult. He's physically and age-wise, he's an adult.
Patrick, but who do you think is at fault?
Just do it, bro. Just get out of trouble. It's my fault. I'm a bad guy. I did it all.
So John is handing Patrick a get-out-of-jail-free card right now, but the only problem is he doesn't know how to play Monopoly. I think he has been completely zoned out this entire conversation. It seems like there have been many times throughout the show when John and Thais are arguing and Patrick is just sitting there and has nothing to say.
Do you know the way that he talks to me? He always yell at me.
No, he's just loud.
What are we talking about?
He don't look like he does look like he's just loud. He looks like he's a loud individual no matter what room
I say
he
he
in.
obnoxious.
Oh, it was you gonna call it?
Like,
But
like I get like some people just, I'm like, bro, you don't know how to just a couple notches. Some people just don't.
yeah, because he don't. It doesn't look like he does it out of malice. It's just who he is, and it's like, bro, shut the fuck up. Is it he quiet or he's loud? There's no in between.
Me, he always yell at me.
No, he's just loud.
What are we talking about? Are you just delusional? I yell at you. I don't even talk to you.
The more full of shit he thinks somebody is, the more he tries to close his eyes shut as tightly as possible and shake his head around. To tell you the truth, I don't even really know what to say here. I know these two have always had a problem as long as they've known each other. I'm not really on anybody's side. All I know is I blame Patrick for all of this. It's all Patrick's fault. Anyway, I think that's about it for this video. I initially planned on making it longer, but due to what happened with the last video, I had to change plans a little bit. If you would still like to see that one, or if you'd like to see longer videos in general, you can head on over to Patreon. But either way, thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.
Chicken fingers.
Taco pasta.
Chicken fingers and taco pasta. I hear you.
Oh man. Oh,
yeah,
the drama.
It's Patrick's fault.
Oh, the drama. See, the drama.
I'm not gonna let you talk. Well, you shouldn't allow
another man to. Even your brother, your family
anyone,
member.
like to talk to your significant other like that.
Yeah.
Like it's a
true
in place. Like you ain't gotta be, rude and whatever or fall out with your people, but it's like, hey, learn to show some respect.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway.
But I will say this: respect goes all the way around.
Yeah, but if I'm not disrespecting you, then
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, but if she is disrespecting him, then
if that is the case.
But also not having a good family dynamic relationship with your spouse and your family will be like very like damning
with your
on the
family.
No, I'm saying like with your spouse and your family. Like if your family member, your family's not getting along with your spouse on each side, whether either other side, then it can be a strain on the relationship. Like you have to get along with your spouse's family.
I mean, you don't have to. But
you have to.
You don't have to, but it is. It's probably better for everyone.
You have to. There has to be some type of respect level there, because if not, like unless the person has a horrible relationship even with their family, then you just like, hey, shit, I'm gonna just roll with my spouse. You know what I'm saying? If the spouse got an issue with their own family, like shit, she don't like your ass, I don't like your ass either. Like, you know what I'm saying? We gonna roll this shit out together. Now in that case, I'm like, but because then that person like, hey, I can't even go around my family.
Go around your people.
No, because then they're gonna be talking about his ass, and you can't sit there in that space and let them negatively talk about your spouse, and then
your spouse shouldn't even. That's another conversation for another day, child.
But hey, man, y'all sprinkle stuff in the comments, man. Let us know y'all thoughts about it for us in the comment section down below. But until next time, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is
Sierra Nicole.
See, why you so late? You were late. You were late.
Let's do it again then.
I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is
Sierra Nicole.
We are
Kid and C.
Say you are still. What is you?
Look at. Let's do it again.
You here today?
Let's do it again.
I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is
Sierra Nicole.
You still.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Okay, let me
it's cues. It's boom, 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 boom.
Okay.
I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is
Sierra Nicole.
We are.
Tennessee.
We out.
Peace.
Time to kick it, got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me.